And welcome back, everyone, to the third and final round of today's Legacy Paper Fight Night. Hey, I'm Astrid. This is my co-host, Chaotic Bear.
We're back. Thanks, Prez.
Sorry for the delay. We'll get right into the match here. We've got Black-Red Reanimator from Slayer over here. And on the other hand, we've got a super spice brew from Doc.
Oh yeah.
You want to explain that a little?
Oh, I know how this deck was brewed up. Doc took a pile of 4 Cabal Therapies and 4 Seagate Stormcallers, and he said, "I've got to find 52 other cards to go with these." And so we get this this neat little brew here. I would love to see it go off. It's like a Violus Esper Vial, I guess, a little bit, but he's played similar piles like this before with things like Yorion or maybe Ephemerate. I'm not entirely sure. Just general, black, blue, another color brews. It'd be interesting to see if he can keep up with Black Reanimator here, which is certainly one of the faster and more consistent combo decks in Legacy.
Whatever that is on Slayer's playmat, I'm not actually sure.
I can't. It looks like a close of like a bed or something. I bet that's not what it is.
It looks like an ant. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's way too close. Whatever it is, they could zoom out a little bit.
It could keep some distance from me, just that way. It could bother my opponents.
Yeah, we need to make sure Dr. Lee over there knows that Death Threat Shaman is not legal in this format.
Yeah, his deck kind of screams more than anything. I miss Death Threat Shaman.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that.
Knowing Dr. Leo, that's a safe assumption.
Oh, definitely. I was just saying might need to have him swap that playmat out for a legal playmat.
Yeah.
Slayer looks like might have a triple sleeve deck. Are those the like clear character sleeves that go on top of your regular sleeves?
I wouldn't know. I assumed they were art sleeves.
Yeah, I think there's a border around the art sleeve for like the sleeve that goes over and protects your art sleeves, but I can't prove it on this this cam here.
I wouldn't know. Mike says unban Deathrite Shaman.
Shut up, elf boy.
I kind of miss it, but at the same time.
We have Astrolabe, we have Oko, we have everything else. Like, what's it going to do at this point?
So, if Deathrite Shaman happens, I'm honestly fine as long as Oko gets out. Anyway.
Chancellor
pre-game effect. We will see Doc keeping 6 and Slayer keeping 7.
Actually, on the play there, I thought he was looking for an answer to the Chancellor. I was gonna say it doesn't work like that.
Doc's gonna fetch.
Gonna turn his phone off, hopefully here, or get a life counter going. One of the two.
What'll he get?
Yeah, Prez. I would love for Deathrick Shaman to have the same thing as Renin 6, where it just can't be played in any deck that produces blue mana.
If the ears are pointy, I'm gonna point him out. You can't see the ears on Deathrite Shaman.
That is a point I never considered. But I think it says elf on the type line, right? It's an elf shaman.
It does say elf on the type line. That's why it's an elves.
Well, they play Wirewood Symbiote.
Which isn't I mean, honorable elf.
All right, we're throwing a Cabal Therapy into the Chancellor. Dr. Leo must really need both mana next turn for something.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, and he has to know what he's up against because he's seen the he's seen the Chancellor of the Annex. No fair deck has ever put a Chancellor of the Annex in their deck.
I'm sure someone's tried.
I'm sure. Just land pedal here, though.
I don't know what you mean. This is totally fair here. Totally fair Magic.
Yeah. But that doesn't do anything, right?
What
Oh,
could
he
you
can flash it.
possibly
Oh,
cast
yeah, he
with
can
it?
flash it back.
What could you possibly cast with 0 mana?
For some reason, I was thinking that it had to be like Snapcaster Mage, and it wouldn't work the way that he wanted it to double it. But never mind. It's the next no matter what. So Doc gets to do. I'm
What
sure.
his deck came here to do.
Yeah. Cabal Therapy and Seagate Stormcaller. You did it. Assembled it. Assembled the lock.
Just made it happen.
Yeah. Doc actually inspired me when he was talking about brewing this deck up, and I did go ahead and order my playset as well, just in case. But it seems like a sweet card.
Yeah, that's not one of the Zendikar Horizon cards. Oh, we're seeing an Entomb in response.
Yeah. So hopefully Slayer has a couple different reanimation spells here. Be nice.
Interestingly, though, this is one deck where you do not want to hit all the cards. True.
Yeah.
What was named? Reanimate was named. Oh, and now we're gonna. That's gonna be devastating here.
Yeah, now he's gonna take the Shallow Grave. There's a Chancellor Gristlebrand in a swamp, so I mean,
Shallow Grave.
He just has to find any reanimation spell, but
he just has to find any reanimation spell. But right now his hand is dead, actually dead.
Yeah, I mean those cards aren't going to do anything in his hand anyway, right? Unless I guess Faithless Looting would do it.
Okay, that was the other best thing you could draw.
Yeah. I bet we see Gristlebrand and Chancellor go to the graveyard. Yeah, there we go.
And
he's on 4 animate, dead 4 reanimate, 4 exhume, and where is the? I don't see the Shallow Grave in his deck list. Am I missing it there?
I don't see a Shallow Grave. You're right. Was that an animate dead? Maybe. No, that was a Shallow Grave.
Yeah, the art is definitely Shallow Grave for it.
That is absolutely Shallow Grave.
We have our table spotter here who could maybe fix this for us, but to be honest, for an exhibition match like this, it just doesn't seem. I assume he just submitted an old deck list. We'll have to make sure and get with them about it. If we could have a Doc check here, so we just get some, or not Doc, we'll get our table spotter to check in so we have accurate information for y'all.
All right, so
Ooh, that Altered Brainstorm.
That is a very fancy brainstorm.
Gonna get a token there. I don't remember which player those are. Are those Brian Koval's tokens? Yeah, Mr. Jack Dex, our table spotter here, is going to figure out what the Shallow Grave is supposed to be. If it's simply off by a card, then we can update as needed. Just make sure everyone has the right information on the cardboard live there. But glad that I'm familiar with Blackwood Reanimator because there's a lot of arts of cards that you don't see very often in there. Is that the IDW Faithless Looting?
It's that art.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's that printing, because they reprinted that art in a Commander set.
Oh, okay. I think I missed that update.
Yeah, I've got a set of those actually. They're very cool looking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love when this becomes show and tell of cards that are within arm's reach of me. Uh, I'm at my desk with all my legacy binders and drawers of EDH decks here. So
Yep,
I'm in stock.
I've got all my I've got all my deck boxes sitting right here. I don't have Mentor, Brainstorm. I don't see much.
Yeah. This is that is
Shuffle
good.
your tokens while streaming. We're all guilty of it. Yeah. I mean, I sometimes just shuffle decks as a sort of fidget.
Yeah, I sleeved up it when I used to go into the office. I sleeved up a dual deck and just had it in my desk if I just wanted to shuffle cards at my desk.
Yeah, I've got my burn deck literally right here that
Nice.
I've been shuffling around this whole time. Yeah.
This is like the best start that Dr. DeLeo could have asked for here, right?
Mhm.
A little bit of disruption, now a mentor.
The deck makes such amazing noises when you shuffle it too.
Is this ASMR time? Oh, okay. Yep. So getting an updated deck list, it looks like here. Oh, okay. Looks like it's a total of 76 cards, and that one Shallow Grave was the one that is missing from the Cardboard Live. So that's super easy to fix. We were able to go back and look at the original submission for it. So easy enough to fix.
Okay. That deck list error seems to be a Cardboard Live error. And Slayer actually registered 76 cards. The last one of which is Shallow Grave, and Cardboard Live just did not register Shallow Grave, even though it was in the list.
Maybe just ate it. It's hard to know. But we know
Whatever
now.
you do not eat the delicious cards.
Magic cards are really gross when you chew them. I mean,
I wouldn't know.
I played Magic at a young age so
Thank
feel
you
like,
for the information.
I mean, just like once we're off stream, like go grab an island or whatever and just try it out. Another
No
alternative. That's a reasonable answer.
Although it would be an island, for that
The,
matter.
the most powerful of all lands. So Dr. Leo just going off with this Monastery Mentor here.
Yeah, he's using these dice. Those are some cool looking monks.
Yeah, I definitely recognize the SCG tokens, but I don't remember which pro was on the monk tokens. And I think that I got rid of mine. Someone in town was looking for him. I think I have Card Kingdom monks. So that means we know there's still, 11 live draws in Slayer's deck? Oh, and a
Going off.
Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Cabal Therapy.
What's the last card?
Therapy.
I mean,
although if Slayer just top decks Animate Dead or whatever, then it's just game's back on.
Although at this point, Doc is probably gonna be presenting lethal.
Oh, very soon, yeah.
Grizzlebrand doesn't may or may not cut it.
If he can get Grizzlebrand into like the Children of Corliss nonsense, that seems good, right?
I guess. Well, is that in the deck?
Yeah, he's got one Children of Corliss and then one, I believe it's one Tendrils of Agony in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Dark Ritual. What is the name? We're gonna attack for a bunch.
Dark Ritual. Oh, okay, Entomb was the name. Dark Ritual was the reveal. Okay, I was gonna say that is a wild blind hit.
I would have probably named Looting. I was trying to think, what could they have in hand that they wouldn't have cast?
Yeah, Looting's a good call there.
But Ritual is also good.
Yeah, I was even thinking. I was actually thinking that he might have sandbagged one reanimation spell for some reason, but that wouldn't make sense. I think Faithful Sitting is a better name. But obviously, he didn't find it here.
Might be good to update the life totals here.
Yeah, Dr. Leo looks like keeping it on the phone there, and Slayer has himself. Oh, just cracked a fetch. Dr. Leo hasn't ticked it down yet. It looks like.
They are talking with each other.
Very animatedly. I mean, hopefully that's not a stifle off of that plains. Or like, all right, cool. Man, yeah, we see the Children of Corliss was not in his hand, so. Yeah, those monks on the board, that's gonna be just gonna be so painful. Doc only has one card left in hand, though, it looks like. And it's even possible that if Slayer was able to reanimate something, that means the Mentor isn't going to be getting in there, which slows the clock a little bit. But it is truly hard to know. Just going to flashback a Faithless Looting. See an Unmask in hand. That was a Reanimate in hand. That
was
a little low on life, I think. But Grizzlebrand does have lifelink, so. See a Dark Ritual here. 3 black mana. And there's the Reanimate.
hitting Grizzlebrand.
Yeah, losing a lot of life here. I think if Doc just draws a cantrip, it's game over. Oh, never mind. Lifelink will certainly keep him.
Lifelink would bring him up to 12. So, and he's got 4 attackers, which means
He would need 2 spells off the top to make it lethal.
would need 3 spells.
Oh, that sort of is that.
Okay, that's
a spell.
Yeah.
I think 2 spells would be 13 power, I think, right?
Well,
5 on board.
now, well, if assuming that you're because the Grizzlebrand is going to be able to block
Oh,
him. That's
true.
not going to happen anymore. So let's see what happens.
Discussing if Slayer is dead. Not yet. But prowess.
It's a lot of triggers. Think the powers that be that this isn't Moto.
Just gonna flashback. Oh, there's spell number 2. Just gonna sack the one that was made this turn to get Cabal Therapy for the extra prowess triggers, and that is that was a very quick game from Doc. I was expecting that to, if it ended quickly, to go the other direction, but he found a lot of interaction, a lot of discard.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wasn't exactly a fast game, but
yeah, time time-wise, but it didn't take a whole lot of turns.
No.
He used his mana just very efficiently that entire game. So sideboard out of Slayer, 1 Coffin Purge, 2 Pyroblast, 2 Scented Swarm, a Braid, Disenchant, Serenity, Shenanigans, Maggots of the Moon, Wear, /Tear, Reverent Silence, Elish Norn, Ashen Rider, Iona. Have you played a lot of Reanimator, and is there anything that you that comes it off the top?
I mean, we saw the Cabal therapy. I guess due to how priority works, that doesn't do much. Xanted Swarm seems pretty good against blue control. That's kind of what it's for. Magus of the Moon could deal some damage. Well, metaphorical damage.
Yeah. I wonder if he just brings in some of that anti-hate and goes on with the day there.
That's usually what you do.
Doc has 2 Flusters, 2 Surgicals, 2 Disenchant, 2 Meddling Mage, 2 Plague Engineer, a Skyclave, a Deluge, and 3 Leyline of the Void. That seems like a lot of tools. I don't know if you have enough cards to take out, but I mean, you could certainly make a case for Surgical, Disenchant, Meddling Mage, and Leylines there. Prez pointing out that in the chat that mana base is tenuous out of Doc. That's a good point.
Yeah, if I was on D&T, he would be forced to confront some of his deck building decisions.
Yeah, I mean, found room for 3 basics in there, but you can't even cast all the spells in the deck off of that many basics.
That's almost identical to the Esper Vial mana.
Yep. I mean, we saw that work earlier tonight without too much of a hiccup, but it was a long
We
game.
haven't seen very many Wastelands tonight. Gotta bump those numbers up.
Rookie numbers. Yeah, that's true. We saw the first. We saw players firing them back last round, and I think Ivan got 1 Sarah Sanctum hit, but y'all are just letting people get away with this greed. Oh yeah, left because that's certainly not a skill of mine. Sideboarding feels so much more important in Legacy than it does in other formats to me. You just have so many more ways of finding cards, and they're more high impact.
Yeah, Reanimator is one of those decks that teaches you the art of second order sideboarding, or for me it was Dredge. Dredge contains very few board cards that directly interact with your opponent's game plan, because yours will beat theirs every time. And then this is Reanimator's the same way. Your game plan always beats their game plan. So all you have to worry about is whatever they could be doing that disrupts your game plan.
Yeah, the Dredge thing, every deck just brings hate for Dredge. It's just like a default part of the sideboard. So knowing which decks bring in which effects, I assume is a big part of that, right? I haven't played a whole lot of Dredge myself.
Yeah, as Prez pointed out, that is part of what makes Legacy such a unique format. Vintage has that too, but to a lesser degree. Vintage is not dominated by Reanimator. Although I wouldn't call Legacy dominated either.
Oh, certainly not. I think that you have to have a plan for graveyard strategies somehow, though.
Mm-hmm. It's not like Modern, where Modern Dredge just loses to itself sometimes. and doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
No offense. It just doesn't always do very much.
You're cool too, Modern. It's fine.
Yeah, Modern's fine.
Faithless Looting there getting Dark Ritual and Chancellor, so that seems like a very medium Faithless Looting from Slayer here.
Yeah. But a medium Faithless Looting is still pretty good. I mean, the card's great. Just saying.
Oh, I thought Doc was going to respond there for a moment. Be an unusual time to respond. Gonna get a scrub land. Yeah, notably no graveyard hate from Doc so far. I mean, we know that he has those surgicals, but I know people are usually pretty aggressive about trying to find Leyland of the Void if they bring it in.
Mm-hmm. Another looting.
Load it up.
The card that was too strong for Modern. But you get to play as much of it as you like here.
Yeah. Faithless Looting and Careful Study, just go for it.
Guess a couple of you have seen some of my faithless antics.
I'm surprised to see an Animate Dead pitch there.
Yeah,
I feel like you just want to keep as many combo pieces as you possibly can, right?
yeah.
Maybe the hand could just be all gas, I guess.
Yeah.
What Dark Ritual is that? It looks like the 5th edition artwork, but it looks like it has a symbol on it.
No, that's Ice Age.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I knew that.
Oh, 5th edition is the heavier black and red one, I think.
5th edition is the big torch guy, right? Yeah, that one's.
I only recognize I recognize art in the context of an entire card, but it's hard for me to just describe an art.
5th edition is one of the arts that has generic dark evil wizard guy raising hands up.
Yes, but not the original art where a generic wizard guy does that.
Yeah. But Ice Age was the one that did that first.
Yeah. I just want to know what. I mean, it's possible that he whiteboarded them. It just I don't know when it was
Force
released.
on the Dark Ritual.
That makes sense because we, got to stop him from going off here. Oh, Deckmaster's Garfield versus Fingold. Okay, that was important information for everyone on the stream. I'm pretty sure.
I guess, yeah, that's true. White border Ice Age art must have been a box set of some kind.
Yeah, I got something as the Deckmasters. I got the foil Necropotence from one of those recently.
Mm-hmm.
And just a pass. That makes pitching the Animate Dead seem even more suspicious to me. Yeah, Prez, I think that was a greedy keep. Maybe on the back of some combo hate.
Playing to dust.
Yep.
Well, it seems to be working.
At least now we know it wouldn't have worked anyway if Slayer had gone for the Animate Dead. Players look like they're verifying the life totals here. No more reanimation target in Slayer's graveyard. It looks like there is still has 2 copies of Faithless sitting, but no 3rd mana for it. It's unfortunate. And Doc's still on 1 land. Oh, thanks in chat there. The Cold Snap had reprints in a theme deck with white border. That is surprising. I was on a little break there. I guess that's a throwback to
The Cold Snap theme decks were our new frame and black border.
Okay.
I think that is the Deckmasters printing.
Yeah, I don't want to be too authoritative about it because the only Deckmasters card I have is black border and foil. So.
Okay, yeah, the foils were always black border.
Yeah. Except when you white border them and get the sweet silver borders. Oh, Faithless Lady number 3.
At least Deckmasters is the only one Scryfall is showing.
So Dr. Leo successfully fighting land number 2 there. And still no reanimation target out of Slayer. Is that all 4? That's all 4 Faithless Leadings on the yard as well. Yeah, he does he have clean to dust mana? I thought it was an extra black on the flashback. Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's just more mana. So what could those 3 cards in Slayer's hand possibly be if they're still pitching reanimation spells and Faithless Lootings and missing lane drops? Do you think they are they just rituals or reanimation spells with no target? Tendrils could be stuck in there, yeah. I guess maybe holding back some discards so you can pitch a creature if you draw it, but you just keep the face looting them. Oh, I missed the storm count. Okay. That explains why the ritual, why using the ritual there. If it will show up on camera, I have a silver bordered Supreme Verdict there. It's white bordered, but silver. I feel like I'm QVC host now, but it's fine.
Entomb happens.
Yeah, Doc has spent a lot of resources already this game and can't flash back the clean to dust right now, so. Left Coast, I have no idea about the Wolf Hunting card. I don't know if they were foil or not.
I think they're foil. And also actual silver border, not white border foil. That looks silver.
Yeah,
what they call silver border is really gray border.
Yeah, but the foil silver border cards from like Unhinged Unstable were also silver border. I haven't bought a lot of those. I don't remember. So there's an Unmask. Gonna pitch. Is it new art Animate Dead? That went away. Yeah, it is pitching another Animate Dead.
I don't think there's any actual foiling on the border anyway.
Okay.
Okay, Unmask.
Talking about foil silver border cards, but Unglued didn't have foils, and I didn't buy much Unhinged or Unstable, except for the lands. So this Unmask is targeting Doc. I guess he must have one more reanimation spell in his hand, and he wants to clear the way. But Doc is all right. He's going to conceal that information.
All right, game 3.
Yep.
We are really getting our money's worth.
We certainly are. We are.
This evening.
All the legacy. I mean, and if you're not subscribed to this point, just getting bonus content for free. You might as well subscribe, right? Given all this value. Oh, hiding the surgical. Yeah. I mean, or I guess he could have also drawn a Leyline of the Void and he didn't want him to know about it. But yeah, I agree that game 2 was a weird one. But we'll see. Do you think Doc has a lot of cards in his sideboard for this matchup? Do you think he has enough that he's able to take out to bring all that in? Eliminate seems like an easy choice, but after that, it seems like he won a lot of those cards.
Let's see. How many cards were you thinking of
I
taking
mean,
in?
2 Surgicals, 2 Disenchant, 2 Meddling Mage, and 3 Leyline. Like I could see 9 cards that could come in there.
2,
Even Skyclave could come in. Honestly.
Skyclave is alright, I guess. I might bring in Deluge. It seems... Well, Deluge is one of those, if it's less bad than everything else.
Yeah.
If anything, I might actually cut some Mentors.
Yeah, chat's pointing out at Ephemerate.
Ephemerate comes out. I think some
for sure. But that's
3 for 3 on Chancellor, indeed.
Double Chancellors here.
Let's see. Baleful Strix is fine. Stormcaller, you can't take out Stormcaller. Mentor seems alright. Teferi, I could see coming out. They're not going to have interaction. And I don't know.
You might be able to like Windmill Slam it and bounce their creature, which works sometimes, but I agree it's not like super.
I mean, you don't want to be banking on answering their stuff after they already combo off. In a similar vein, I could... That's tough.
Duck running a Cabal Therapy into the Chancellor of the Annex again here. That seems strange to me. It seems like either you hold on to it or you... He must just have a big play for turn 2 that he's excited for. It could be Seagate Stormcaller again, I guess, like we saw game 1.
That would be not bad.
Left Coast giving us the Esper breakdown over here.
Trip Mentor, cut to Fairy, yeah.
I can see
that. And eliminate. That should be plenty.
Yeah.
23 blue sources main deck.
You do have to like find a way to win at some point, I guess, and Monastery Mentor is the easiest way to do that.
Well, I mean, you don't need much. You can beat down with Stormcallers and Strixes. That should be plenty.
Yeah, that's fair. Faithless Looting. It's just always so dangerous to let the Reanimator player have turns because a lot of times all they have to top deck is just one spell to go off.
I mean,
found it. Nope. Sorry for your surgical, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing is that the Esper deck is pretty much all answers. So for every threat they can draw into, you've got... Oh, there's Magus. That's
Disenchant. The Urza Saga art.
Pyroblast, and those are the only Chancellors. Oh no, there's the rest of the deck. Elish Norn. Helpfully pointing out all the unusual cards and side-ins and whatnot. Yeah.
That's one of the weird... Certainly one of the weirder cards to resolve on Webcam Magic. Like Jace Fate Seal is sort of the same way. I'm just always like... Alright. Get an update from Table Spotter this round, Mr. Jack Dex. Just going over some of the cards that were cited in there. Yeah, I think we caught all of them. All right, so he got to do the thing. It's there's no juicy surgical target.
Yeah.
Getting double Just having one in hand there would enable a lot.
Icy Rainstorm.
Oh, Doc, you gotta not do that.
No, no, Doc. No.
I think I'm guilty of going a little too slow against opponents who typically don't have interaction, but here's a case of them having interaction. Pizzle Looting, we say a swamp, something else there. Yeah, Prez, he's making the Stormcaller Cabal Therapy look like a real hot game. Shallow Grave. Slayer is just not been hitting the top decks that he needs. He's cycled through so much of his deck the last couple games and just not finding combo pieces somehow. Brainstorm resolves this time. Yeah, that's definitely a good point about how many answers Doc has. I mean, just
for every
so
reanimation spell he's gonna find, there are gonna be plenty more.
Yeah, and
Doc's just going to end up top decking just because of how math.
finds a Baleful Strix. Yeah, I mean, I always consider Reanimator to be pretty redundant just because you have so many different ways to get cards in your graveyards. You have so many creatures to reanimate. You have so many reanimation spells, but you're right. I mean,
redundant, but Doc's deck is redundant and also full of cantrips.
Yeah. So we'll draw off the Baleful Strix. And go ahead. One card in hand for Slayer. He's used his only Faithful Suiting, right?
Yeah, the looting is gone.
Okay. All right. You got it, Doc. What you got?
Okay.
Double punt.
Not bad.
How many times do you think or how many times do you think he's paid the kicker on that so far in all of his testing?
Once. I would say something like.
It's gotta feel so good.
Like flavor text.
Yeah. Doc in the sink here, even though he gets to keep he just has a free backup ponder coming after this one. How bad can your options be if you just get double ponder? Okay. So looks like choosing to leave both of them on top. Or sorry, leave the cards on top and then just draw two of them without digging one card deeper. Which I feel like I would have done, but not necessarily like an illegal play. You just left it there. But Slayer gonna have to find a lot of gas here. Seems like Doc is pulling ahead on cards and creatures and everything else.
And here's your clock. No mentor required.
This is I've seen faster clocks before. Yeah, he could just double his power with a Monastery Mentor, and then oh, Seagate is a 2-power. Apologies.
Yeah, that's fast enough. I'm gonna see him cast a ley line, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, the hard cast ley line that would be. Oh, Doc, don't do it to him. All right. It is an ETB, so that will not happen. He did tap a Scrubland to cast that. But he untaps immediately. Sure.
Might as well.
You got to show off that sweet Triome, right? I don't know if there's a Triome that taps for those 3 colors.
There is not a Triome that taps for those 3 colors.
Dang, I was so close.
I cannot wait for them to make the ally Triomes, even if I won't end up playing them.
Are the Triomes shards instead of wedges? Is that
They're currently only wedges.
only wedges? So like Khan's era, right? Khan's not Alara?
2 enemy pairs, 1 ally pair.
Okay. So that means that'd be Mardu, right?
What would be Mardu?
If he being able to tap a Scrubland for red for Pyroblast.
Yeah.
I've picked some up for loam, but I haven't played them yet.
So yeah, Doc's deck could not run a Triome.
Hey, Mardu Triome. So close. Thank you, chat, for indulging me for literally no reason as we get sidetracked here. Cabal Therapy, target Doc, it looks like. Big ol' ellipsis on the name here.
What are your opinions on Cabal Therapy printings?
It's the same as basically every card. Oh, got the Force of Will. I mean, Swords is still there. Swords is still bad for him. Yeah, I mean, I prefer original frame in general. I think I'd prioritize frame over art for a lot of cards, honestly. Do you have a strong preference?
Frame. I don't. Frame over. It depends. I guess usually frame over art, but also it depends on what deck I'm playing. As for like for Dredge, I'll take the new breakthrough every day because it looks fantastic. But most of the time the old art looks nicer anyway.
Yeah. I think I just never fully adjusted to newer frames, I don't think. Just prefer the old ones if it's possible to play it. Newer cards I'll be more cavalier about, like ones that were never printed in the original frame. But we got some spicy reprints. Speaking of which, coming next year. I'm excited for that foil Chalice of the Void. I assume there will be infinite dollars, and I will not want to buy it. But yeah, I think there's President chiming in the chat. Yeah, I feel like there's too many of us that are excited for foil old border cards that the demand will be very high.
The demand will, yeah. I mean, considering the Judge promo swords.
Oh yeah, yeah. Heavy. The bolt is even worse somehow. And all right, found this Elishnorn. Can I have this Elishnorn? I may have this Elishnorn. Going down to 2 life. And there's swords. Back up to 6. Speaking of Toxic Deluge,
Hmm?
that Eldritch doing its best impression of Toxic Deluge. So Doc, 2 cards in hand. Slayer is Hellbent, it looks like. It means Doc's hand must just be stacked with answers or lands, one of the two. And gonna pitch Unmask. Is that Gristlebrand under it?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a promo Grizzlebrand with the weird art. With the weird claw things.
Yep. Mr. Jack Deck's over here keeping us honest on those. All right. Animate Dead. Target Gristlebrand has to be, right? I guess he could get back Magus of the Moon, but
As resolved.
yep. Wait. Doc must have some kind of interaction here. Just swords? Just swords. Yep. Seeing Slayer's deck here makes me realize that there are more choices for arts on a lot of these cards than I think I realized. I recognize most of the arts, but a lot of less common ones in there.
Some rock, paper, scissors happening on the battlefield there.
Yeah, I mean, Slayer has a lot of powerful top decks, and Doc has a lot of powerful answers. So, Faithless Looting, good.
Good card is good.
Finding Petal and
Reanimate. And the Reanimate is looking for what exactly?
there's nothing. I mean, there's Magus of the Moon, Flusterstorm. Yikes!
For Magus, and
Oh,
that
that's Magus, right? Yeah, so that means Doc brought in the Flusterstorms too, which weren't even on my list of things to bring in, but paying off there. Getting a little bit of secondhand chat from the players here. I think both players are kind of frustrated.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Ooh, Doc. Stop it.
Ow.
I mean, all right, Slayer. All right. May I have it this time, please, sir? You may not. Both players are hellbent. So this is magic, everyone.
As Richard Garfield intended.
Prez, Doc has mana to kick Oracle now, but 0 spells in hand to pay off with it.
Stormcaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he gets Stormcaller and goes, yes, I can kick it, and he immediately draws Cabal Therapy? All right, right on time. Perfection.
That was a windmill slam if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Doc is fired up here.
I mean, I would be.
Yeah, but the Gristlebrand is already in the graveyard, right? Or it's
No, there's the only creature in Slayer's graveyard is a Magus of the Moon,
okay,
which
right.
is fine, I guess. Here,
It's not nothing. I don't think it's what you want.
looting proving why it's the best.
Yeah, I mean, you have to draw. We saw Disenchant in the deck. Was there any other enchantment removal we know of?
I assume there's Wear Tear somewhere.
Oh, okay, I didn't quite see that whenever we were going through for the surgical, but
Okay.
I wasn't looking for it. Super hard. What a grindy game for Reanimator here.
Yeah.
The old Hellbent Brainstorm.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, it looks like Doc has plenty of answers to where he's not getting punished for it, but this is why I didn't want to cut the monastery mentors. I just feel like you got to win the game at some point in your life. Um, put him back
I
on.
mean, you don't need to cut every copy of it, but
Yeah. There's Raffle Tricks. All right. That's a clock. Yeah. I think I've just am disillusioned from playing too many games with miracles and going like, all right, Jace number 2, where are you? I need you real bad. Gotta win sometime.
doesn't Miracles play like 3 or 4?
I think the list I was on at the time was three Jace, 2 Mentor, and maybe no other creatures. That seems insane.
No Snapcaster?
Snapcasters. There we go. That's the creature I'm trying to think of.
The clearly inferior twin to Seagate Stormcaller.
Mentor has.
I mean, which one would you rather be top decking right now?
Oh, Monastery Mentor. Give me that Monastery Mentor. I just want to. Right. All right. Doc cannot refuse value. Doc is incapable of refusing value.
Doc did not fetch before the Magus came down.
Never mind. He still should have 2 lands left. I was thinking he might actually be out of fetchables, but
I guess he's got all his basics anyway, so.
yeah, but he could have those sweet
Notice.
mountains. All right, draw again. Draw for turn.
Also means, more importantly, that Slayer is how many petals does Slayer even have left? I see 3 in the graveyard.
Probably 1 then.
So that means that ley line isn't going anywhere, because he's not going to be able to cast a Wear Tear or a Disenchant
That's
through
good.
Magus, which means at the very worst, Doc has a board stall guaranteed. Like,
yeah, I mean the Magus of the Moon might just go away at Doc's whim. He's not going to be locked out of casting a lot of stuff with all 3 basics out, but I think we both looked at his list and there was nothing that cost double mana other than the counter spells. I guess with the 1 Skyclave Apparition in the sideboard. Unmask. All right. Cantrip and a creature that's cantrips. It feels like the point of the game where Slayer just must be saying, like, dude, you have to end this. Just make it stop. I'm a little surprised to not. Okay, Magus is getting in the red zone. Never mind. Was the Bethel Strix up last turn? Strix 2. This is riveting magic here. Doing it down 8. We did it.
we are getting places. Oh wait, I hmm. I guess Slayer could, in theory, get out under his own Magus by sacking it to Cabal Therapy.
That's an option. I
But
sort of assumed it would die at some point here, but
no,
he's not willing to swing it in. I feel like Duck doesn't have any reason to block it, I don't think.
no. I mean, he's got a faster clock.
Our table spotter here, helpfully reminding us Seagate for no value. Oh, there's that clean adjusted end of turn here. Is there anything important to even get? I feel like all the targets are gone at this point. Oh, clean adjust Cabal Therapy. So we see another swing, and you have to block now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Block the Seagate and still just lose next turn.
Those both get exiled because Leyline exists.
All right, Slayer, you got one turn. All right. Oh, wonder if that was stranded in his hand under his own Magus.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. On the other hand, Doc's mana base's full potential has been unlocked.
Power level is over 9,000 or something like that. All right. Slayer, did you draw the Blazing Volley? Nope. Oh my goodness, Duck.
Wow.
Showing it off.
That's what I was saying is
So much reaction. All right. So that means the months took 2 matches tonight. That doesn't feel that bad. We went 2-1. Just to remind everyone here, we do this every Tuesday night. Switch the themes up a little bit. We have weekly events on Saturdays, monthly leagues, and quarterly invitational that all that feeds into. If you want to check out the Discord, check the chat there, and come hang out with us. I'm Scott Bear. We got Estrid here.
Just thanks everyone for coming. Thanks chat for hanging out here. You make everything better. Thanks Beyond Sadistic for streaming. Thanks to our spotters and our mods and our players. This has been a real grind.
Yeah, it's been a lot, but we got a lot of magic for it. So
I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yep, and it's time to go catch up with the real world, I think, and figure out what's going on.
We will see all of you next time.
Talk to you later.
Fight night.